Is this a better film franchise than John Wick? Some of you guys are not going to like my answer to that question at the end of this video. As you can see, I'm a little bit worse for wear because I just went and watched Nobody 2, directed by Timo Giganto. It is the follow-up to the 2021 film Nobody, starring Better Call Saul himself, Bob Odenkirk. And guys, when I first saw the trailers for this, I was very concerned. I thought the jokes did not look like they were landing at all. I was really worried. I loved the first film. I'd give it a 4.5, and it had some of the best trailers I've ever seen in my entire life.
I'm gonna fuck you up.
I thought it wasn't looking good, but I can tell you guys, this movie, it's pretty good. I reckon it probably sits in that perfect sort of level of entertaining where you go to the movies and it doesn't necessarily change your view on life or really give you a whole lot of intellectual stimulation, but you sit there and you have a great time and you watch a fun, enjoyable movie. And this film is so good at doing that. It has so many unique, creative action sequences. It's significantly, I would probably say, in some ways, more brutal than the first film. Like, I'm talking about people's heads getting sawed open, others getting cut off, or even the main character has his pinky cut off in a brutal scene. But it is so funny and entertaining. In some ways, I do think it follows the first film beat for beat in that we kind of see the main character, Hutch, dissatisfied with his life at the start of the film, which then, except this time it prompts him to take a vacation, but as you see from the trailers, he sort of bumps into trouble there and he's not really able to escape his day job as like an assassin hitman kind of guy. I do think that this movie isn't as profound as the first film. A reason why I love the first film so much is that it really captured that feeling of when you're just stuck in whatever routine you have in your life where you feel like you're not really doing anything or getting anywhere, you're a bit stuck in the mud, you're not making progress, you're feeling dissatisfied, you know, you're stuck in the 9 to 5 and you wish there's something more and you just feel the frustration boiling up inside you. The first film captures that so well. This second film is much more it sort of starts off in that place, but it's a bit more about the idea of sort of feeling like you need an escape or a holiday, but it turns out even when you go on holiday, your work kind of follows you there and you can't really escape, and a part of you doesn't really want to escape either. And so I think when I actually think about it, this movie does explore some interesting ideas surrounding that. I know me as a YouTuber in inverted commas, I mean, I'm not really earning much money right now from it, trust me guys, but you know, I can definitely relate to that, where I feel like I never really have a day off in my entire life, and that's okay because I've chosen this as something that I want to pursue. But when I do YouTube, you know, I'm on the clock 24/7. I'm going on holiday, I'm refreshing my stats, I'm seeing what's going on. That's something maybe I need to work on, but I think this movie taps into that idea and it does it in a cool way. But on to more important things. Again, Bob Odenkirk is so good here. The fact that like he does his own stunts, he almost died from a heart attack. That's an unbelievable story, but a story for another time nonetheless. He is in shape here. The stunts just work so well. You've also got bonus Christopher Lloyd in his beautiful old age. He shows up here and he's a joy to watch on screen. Something that also trips me out is that the son in this film, he really looks like this Collingwood player, Mason Cox. Tell me if I'm tripping, but I keep seeing that. I think this film does potentially suffer from the problem of having maybe one or two too many characters. But that being said, the thing that I was more concerned about when I saw the trailers, I thought, is this going to be cringeworthy? It looked like there were just a few things there where I was going, I didn't think the villain looked that good. And the villains may be a bit underdeveloped here, but again, I don't come to this movie for wanting some really well-refined character story. I'm here to watch Bob Odenkirk go and punch people and get frustrated, and it does feel cathartic sitting and watching this film. So, would I recommend it? Yes, I definitely would. I had a fun time with this. I would happily rewatch this. It's perhaps not as good as the first film, but that's okay. The first film set a high bar, and this is still a great time at the movies. And yeah, guys, as you can see, this is a pretty short review. There's not too much to say, I think, other than that. Will it do well financially? I'm not sure. $25 million budget's reasonably low, so hopefully it does, because I'm in the corner for this franchise. I love it. Is it better than John Wick? Yes, I really think it is. For me, right, I really like the first John Wick film, but the rest of them, it just feels like they ask you to take the movies too seriously, and it just gets a bit ridiculous and unbelievable by the end in this kind of mood that we're still supposed to see as like epic and cool. And I like the world building, but some of it's just John Wick going around blasting people and they're just running at him, and it just doesn't land for me at all. Whereas here, it feels like, yes, there's a few moments where you go, okay, that's a bit ridiculous, but it's part of the fun. It's part of the whole tone of the film. It's comedic, it's funny, it's enjoyable, but it's also brutal. So overall, I'm going to give Nobody 2 the classic 3.5 out of 5. Some say it's the golden rating because it's just the perfect, you go to the movies, you feel entertained, and you have a good time. And you know what? I reckon on rewatch, I might even give it higher, because the more I think about this movie, the more I like it, the more I'd want to own it on physical media, and the more I'd be happy to watch this again. So I had a great time. Let me know what you think though in the comments, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.